Dailey actually suffered chemical burns to his hands when the thing blew up on him.
Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I'm back with another video. Now, before we get into this, I would like to say that if you're watching this, I hope you had a marvelous Christmas if you celebrate. If you do not, I hope that you had an amazing time with your family and friends and you just got some relaxation, because there's so much crap that's going on in the world right now. We could all use a little bit of R&R. However, none of that is going to be the talking points for this video at all whatsoever. There's a few things that I want to talk about, and I'm going to let you know off gate like I have been lately. This is kind of a slow news day. However, there are some important things that I want to talk about in this video, because there's been some things going on, if you watch Nick's most recent video, that I kind of have to address, because I'm just sick and tired of what has been going on lately with this ex-friend that we have and the things that she's been saying. So I want to talk about that. But before we get into that, I did want to talk about my experience with Christmas and the gift that Nick bought me. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, you would have seen that I posted a TikTok yesterday where I said that I was not very happy with someone named Courtney, and I was not very happy with Target. If your name is Courtney and you live in the Jacksonville, Florida area, I need to talk to you. Especially if you're a Courtney that made a return to Target. See, me and my fiance were exchanging gifts last night for Christmas. You know, the one day of year where you get to get a gift for someone, or you get to receive a gift from someone and it's supposed to mean something. So my fiance bought me these Beats Pro Studios that I've been wanting, because our house burnt down and my AirPod Maxes were in there, so I lost them. So I went to open this and I was all excited because I needed some new headphones, because I wanted some better quality ones than the one that I have. And girl, I opened this. It's all cute and stuff, right? It has a little package and all that. And I opened this and I pair them to my phone, and guess what, Courtney? Courtney, tell me why you returned these headphones, and when I put them on, the left speaker was busted. So you ruined my Christmas, and now I have to take the gift that my fiance got me back because you wanted to be a cheap bitch and not pay for the warranty. But you know what, you guys? I also have the warranty information. Check this shit out. Yeah, girl, so I'm assuming you got these around December 12th and connected them to your phone, and then you returned the broken ones. I mean, I have to really commend you on your commitment to this, because she sealed this shit back so tight, girl, with this glue. I didn't catch when I opened this that it was like offset, so I pulled the little tab, you know, like when you buy things and you pay for them, you pull the tab, you don't. But anyway, look how, like, this shit, she super glued this shit back closed. So now I'm gonna have to go fight with Target to get a new Christmas gift. So Courtney, if you live in the Jacksonville, Florida area and you return these to Target, shame on you, bitch. Now, this TikTok caused me all kinds of problems, because this TikTok ended up getting taken down after a couple of hours of me posting it. It's always like every time I post something on TikTok, it does well and then it gets a community guideline strike. But I wanted to come on here and address some of the things that I have seen and some of the things that people are saying, because they say that I got it wrong. I don't know how in this world as a consumer I can buy something, or someone can buy something with hard-earned money they've made. They went to Target and bought something, and how people on the internet can just turn anything into anything they want. So with all that said, let's get into this video. Now, I got a lot of comments from people saying, why are you calling Courtney out? It really wasn't a call out to Courtney. It was just supposed to be a funny video, you know, like people post on TikTok. And I got accused of doxing someone. Literally who? I don't even know who this Courtney is. All I know is that she bought some Beats Pros and took them back to Target. Now, initially when I uploaded this video, I thought that maybe Courtney had some headphones that she replaced. However, it turns out I checked the serial number. It matches what's in my phone, what's here on the bottom of this thing here. So I know that she returned the headset that she purchased, but now I'm thinking that maybe she broke them and took them back, because on the warranty information in my phone, it says that it was activated on 12/12/23. So that would have meant that the first time that she connected these to her phone, that it was that date. Now, a lot of people don't understand why. I think that there's something kind of like nefarious going on here. I don't know to what extent or how bad it might be, but when somebody buys something and they pay for it, literally you pull the tab on it. I pulled this. This was not pulled. This was like brand new. It was not like this when I got this. It looked like it was supposed to be. Like it was brand new, right? But if you look here, you can clearly see where the glue is and how it's not lined up. I did not catch that until after the fact. Now, if I go to pull on this, it is very, very, very sticky. It's very, very hard. It would take a lot to pull it apart. That is not how this normally is, right? And it's not normally misaligned here. So she opened this with some kind of intention. I don't know what, but all I do know is that these headphones are broken, and I do have the right to be upset because this was a Christmas gift to me, and now I am inconvenienced because I have to go back to Target and I have to tell them what happened. I have to waste my time going up there when I could be doing something else. If you watch me for any amount of time, you know that I say that time is the most precious thing, and it's something that you cannot get back. So why would I want to go to the store that I didn't have to go to in the first place to return a gift that was given to me for Christmas? And I had a lot of people in my comments saying, well, Dustin, you sound so ungrateful. This happens all the time. That's why I'm complaining. This literally happens all the time. You can look in the comments on the short that I posted here of people saying that this has happened to them with Amazon. This has happened to them specifically with Target. Now, I've never had an issue like this in the past. I've never bought anything that was broken and returned, but this is a first for me. And yes, I'm very angry. I know it's a first world problem, but it's something that I'm pissed about because it was a gift to me, and now I'm inconvenienced because I have to take care of it because someone else couldn't just simply tell the person when they took this back that it was broken. And the reason why that pisses me off is because if this person broke this and tried to return it, it would not be Target's obligation to give them a new product. It would be this person, Courtney's, obligation to have bought Apple Care to pay for something that she broke that was not covered under warranty. But the piss, sis, is that this was literally made to look like it was not touched, and it was returned as something new when it wasn't. And that is the problem here, because that is completely dishonest. But now that I'm done slaying that demon, let's talk about another one. Now, as I'm sure you are all aware, Nick and I are no longer friends with the brand owner that we used to live with. Nick put out a very detailed video about this over on his channel where he went into depth about everything that happened, the breakdown of the friendship, and everything that transpired after, right? And this is not something that I ever wanted to get on here and have to talk about, because when I am friends with someone and I look at them as like family, like I did this person, it really does hurt me. It does bother me, because if you know anything about me, I have kept my distance from my family in my whole adulthood because I don't like being around drug addicts. And I'm not sitting here trying to shit on drug addicts. I love a lot of drug addicts. I just cannot watch it because it tears my heart out. It hurts me so bad to see the people that I love the most, my family members, the people that raised me, die of drug overdoses. And the things that Nick covered in that video, the things that this person has went around telling people, hurt me so bad. So I do not delight in sitting here talking about this situation, but I'm going to, because it's very important to me. And I felt like for a very long time, this could be something that would be held over my head to try and embarrass me. And you know what? I'm tired of that. I'm not going to run from this anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm going to talk about some things in this video that, if you're easily triggered about talks of drugs, overdose, and things like that, this might be the point where you want to check out, because it gets very dark. So I just want to say that and get that out of the way. Now, as I've said before lightly, my sister passed away in May of 2020 from a meth overdose. My parents found my sister face down in her bedroom, and her face had turned black from her laying there for so long. My parents were older. They didn't get around good. And as you guys know, last year my mom passed away. It wasn't a drug overdose or anything like that, but she fell out of bed in the same house, and she knocked her brains out for a lack of me knowing what else to say, or how I don't know what to say. I think that house is haunted. But back on the topic of drug overdoses, I lost my sister to a drug overdose. And I don't know how many of you watching this video have ever been through something like that. I don't wish that on literally my worst enemy, even the person that I'm going to be talking about in this video. I wouldn't wish that on her. And I absolutely cannot stand that person. But like I was just saying, my entire adult life, I have stayed away from my family and kept my distance away from most of them, because I grew up watching my sisters abuse pills. I grew up watching my brother abuse his wives while he was drinking. I grew up watching so many of these things. And for anyone to say or allege that I'm with someone that is actively using methamphetamine or anything like that, it's just a slap to my face.
My last conversation with you, I tried to talk to you. I was trying to talk to you. I was trying to have a conversation with you, and you kept trying to tell me that you smelled like meth in the room and this and that. And I was just wanting to talk to my friend. I didn't want to talk about anybody else. I wanted to talk to my friend. I wanted to see how you were doing. And it really hurt me to see that these are two people that you guys all loved each other. And you were trying to convince me that Nick does meth. Like, I would never tell anybody that. Everything that we have talked about has stayed between you and I. I pulled away because I feel like that's just the best thing for me right now. But I've been so triggered by this. Like, so triggered that I can't even sleep.
Because this person I have shared these things with, I have told these stories. They know the past of my family and how much it hurts me not to be able to be around them because I can't watch it. I'm hurting on both sides of it because I don't want to have anything to do with my family when they're actively using, because it also hurts me, but it also hurts me not to talk to them. So it's been this constant struggle my entire adult life of like peeking in through the window to check on my family, to know what's going on with them. But it's also me, when I do that, I'm scared because I don't know what I'm going to find. Do you guys know that I found out that my sister died on Facebook and I lived in the same town as my family? Did you know that I found out that my mom died on Facebook because nobody in my family reaches out to me? Did you know that? Do you know how hurtful that is? Literally, before this whole situation went down with me, Nick, and this person, I literally just cried my heart out to them about how my sister had just been arrested for attempting to manufacture and sell heroin. Heroin. And this is why I don't have anything to do with my family. And this is why it's such a big smack in my fucking face for this person to say that Nick using methamphetamine. That, like, to me, that is the most egregious, that is the most down low, dirty fucking thing you could say about Nick, because you know that that has been weaponized against him. You know that the last relapse that he had, he almost died. You know that. This person knows that, and she knows just how bad that hurts me. So now I guess I'll share something that I really never planned to share. It's not really something that I'm proud of, but it is something that I, for years at this point, thought maybe someone would use against me, and you just never know anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out in the open. My brother made the news, and it wasn't really for a good reason. So we've established that my one sister has passed away due to a drug overdose. I got to watch her growing up use and abuse pills and all that different stuff, where she eventually ended up dying from a meth overdose. We've established that my other sister was recently just arrested for possession of heroin and I think intent to sell. I looked for her mugshot for some reason. It's missing now. I can't find it. But here's what I want to show you guys. And this right here just should solidify everything that I said on how I have witnessed this kind of shit my entire life. And it goes so much deeper than drugs. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, my family was somewhat like the fucking mafia. I'm not lying. I am not fucking lying. Like, my brother was on America's Most Wanted and all of that. There's a whole backstory. There's all kinds of stories I could tell you guys. But up until this point, I was always embarrassed of it, or I thought somebody would judge me for it. But you know what? I don't give a fuck, because it's not me. I'm out here living my life doing the things that I'm supposed to do. So there's no reason for me to be ashamed of this. And why I felt like this could be used against me, I don't know. But there's some dirty motherfuckers out there, and I've talked about a few of them in this video. So let me show you something. Let me show you what it's like growing up where I'm from, with the last name that I have, because you guys are on the internet. You don't know. You're not from the small town that I'm from. It's a small town, but it's not a small town. So I've dealt with this kind of ridicule and this type of shit my entire life. And this is why.
Thanks. New this morning, overnight, there was an explosion at a mobile home in York County. It happened off Rhine Road in Clover. We know a person was seriously burned here. Cameraman Ron Lee, the first reporter to the scene. Ron, investigators told you what caused this. What did they say?
Good morning to you, John, Christine. Well, they say this was definitely a meth lab explosion. It was a process known as a shake and bake operation. Basically, they tell me what you do is you take an ordinary soda bottle, you put in some certain chemicals in there, shake that thing up, bam, there you got some meth. Unfortunately, the thing is that it is very incredibly dangerous concoction right there, and sometimes it explodes. Now, folks, take a look at this video. You can actually see some of those bottles I was talking about found at the property. Fire crews tell me that they got the call of a huge fire that was tearing apart this mobile home in York County. They got on scene and stumbled on the meth lab. At the same time, drug enforcement tells me 2 guys were seen running for the hills. Officers rounded up Doyle Dailey and Casey Burt Stiles and charged them both with manufacturing meth. Dailey actually suffered chemical burns to his hands when the thing blew blew up on him. Now, hazmat and cleanup crews worked through the night trying to mop up the mess. Officers tell me that this was a good-sized operation the two suspects had going. Judging from the amount left over, it was clear they made multiple batches. Now, coming up in 30 minutes, I'm going to tell you how neighbors had absolutely no idea what was going on just a few feet behind their property until I told them. On the road, I'm Camman Ron Lee, WBTV, on your side.
All right, interesting information here.
So now that I've basically spilled my guts and how I feel about this person and just how awful it is for them to say these types of things, there is one more thing that I want to touch on. Now, you guys, I'm not going to get very deep into this because I don't want to, but this person, they're going to know what I'm talking about because I know that this person has people watch my videos, so please deliver this message. I never got over you engaging with my abuser. I never got past that. That was always something that was in the back of my mind, and that showed me who you were. And I wish that I would have trusted myself. I wish that I would have had the nerve to confront you and actually ask you why you did this. I wanted more than just you saying he had to pay for what he did to you, because I can tell you right now, if I got on camera and talked about the person that you said is your stalker, the person that you said put your life in danger, the person that you said you can't sleep at night because you think of, how would you feel? You did that to me. You put me in a very bad situation. You brought up something on the internet that I never wanted out there. So for you to accuse Nick of being abusive to me when you yourself helped remove me from an abusive situation that you know of, only then for a year later for you to go at that person online to put me in a horrible situation to make me feel all those fucking feelings I had to feel again after 13 years of me being fucking abused. I don't even know how I could even look you in the face now. You are lower than whale shit on the bottom of the ocean to me. You are disgusting, despicable, horrible fucking human. The way you treat people at work, out of work, on socials, off socials, you're a completely different person to one person than you are the other. You're a backstabbing piece of shit, and I am so glad that I never have to see your face again. I don't want to even know that you exist. You are dead to me. Whew, that was cathartic. But you guys, I'm going to go now because this has literally raised my blood pressure to a point where I just can't do this anymore. But you guys, I hope you all have an amazing day. Please do not send any hate to anybody that you think this video may be about. This is me airing my grievance publicly and how I feel and getting it out into the open because this is bothering me. But I hope you guys all have an amazing day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. And I will see you all in my next video.